everyone, I'm here today with my October favorites. These are products I've been loving for the current month of October. I only have a few things here, but they're all really good. So the first thing I'm going to start off with are these lashes that I have been wearing nonstop. This is probably my 10th time wearing these since I bought them down in LA. These are the Flutter lashes in the style Barb. I love them. I really like Flutter lashes. They're very easy to put on. They're just really like wispy and fluffy and beautiful. I'll zoom in so you can see what they look like on the eyes. As you can see, they're just really fluffy and wispy and really lightweight. I love the way that they look on the eyes. They're really easy to put on. They're easy to clean. Again, like the 10th time I've worn them, and I really, really like them. So that is definitely my first favorite. These Flutter lashes in the style Barb. I've used quite a few different Flutter lashes. The ones in Cassandra are beautiful. The one in Brooklyn are also really nice. But these ones are great. Really like them. All these products I've talked about will be linked down below. The next thing is, I've mentioned this a bunch of times, but I honestly love this. The Bye Bye Pores Primer by ItCosmetics. The thing I love about this one, it's like a tube, has a pump. That's great. But this evens out the texture of my skin. So my skin just feels so incredibly soft. It feels like there's no like unevenness. It also blurs the imperfections in my skin. It blurs out my pores. It kind of fills in those little fine lines under my eyes. It says this is the color Neutralizing Translucent. I don't know if they're going to be coming out with more shades, but currently I believe this is the only one that they have. It does give you a little bit of a white cast before you put on your foundation, but I don't feel like that affects the way my foundation looks or anything, but it just feels incredible on the skin without being too, you know, the products that have like a lot of silicone or dimethicone in it, and it just kind of is so slippery over your skin that it almost feels like it's going to make your skin oily. This does not do that. Although it like fills in your pores, fills in those fine lines, evens out the texture, it doesn't give that almost like borderline greasy feel. It's what I've been using every single day for well over a month, and I think it's quickly like jumping up to like the #1 spot in my primer loves holy grail list. So if you haven't tried this yet, the Bye Bye Pores Primer is absolutely phenomenal. Next, I have two foundations. The first one is the Sheisedo Synchro Skin. I've never heard anybody talk about this. I do have a first impressions of this on my channel. This is oil-free SPF 20 lasting liquid finish. I'm in the shade Neutral 3. This is like my in-between shade when I'm not super fair, but I'm also like not super tan. So it's like as my tan is fading off, or just kind of like when I've been out in the sun a lot and I have a little bit of a natural tan going. This is such a great foundation. I love the way that it looks on my skin. It's one of those foundations that I never feel like doesn't look good. You know, some foundations, it's like you love them, but you can only wear them on certain skin days. So this feels very light on the skin. It doesn't feel like a heavy foundation, although it has really great coverage. It just kind of evens out your skin tone, provides coverage. It doesn't settle into fine lines or wrinkles. It doesn't look makeup-y, but it has great coverage while still feeling light and like you're not wearing any makeup. So the Sheisedo Synchro Skin, if you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. And then I've also been using the Maybelline Fit Me Smooth and Dewy, or Dewy and Smooth. This is the shade 125 Nude Beige. I do not like the matte and poreless one of this. Even on my oily days, the matte and poreless literally would dry my skin out to the point of like my skin felt like it was cracking. I know some people really love the matte and poreless, but honestly, like I mixed it with so many different things to try to make it not have that effect on my skin, but it really did dry out my skin to like a very uncomfortable point. If I used it more than 2 days in a row, all along my nose, like right here, would start to crack. My forehead would look like it was cracking. It was the weirdest thing. I've never had a foundation do that before, but the Dewy and Smooth is fantastic. I don't find that it's overly dewy. It doesn't make me look greasy or oily. It's really nice, and it's SPF 15. Again, the shade is 125. It is drugstore. If you have extremely oily skin, maybe you will like the matte and poreless. For me, with combo skin, even though I really love a lot of matte foundations, and I've used so many matte foundations, that one just does bad things to my skin. But this one is great. I really like it, especially heading into the cooler months. This is a really fantastic one just to give your skin a nice healthy glow, because as it starts to get colder, your skin kind of dries out, and this is a great one for me. The next is kind of a rediscovered favorite, and it is the Too Faced Perfect Eyeliner in black, Perfect Black. I forgot how much I love this. So I used to have this back in the day, and I loved it. I forgot how well it stays in the waterline. And it's what I have on today. It's extremely black, extremely creamy, extremely pigmented, but it stays in the waterline like a dream. So I usually do my makeup around between 7 and 8 in the morning, and in the evening when I go to take it off, I still have the black in my inner waterline. This stuff is amazing. I forgot how much I love this. I don't know why it's been sitting in my eyeliner drawer for so long, but I had repurchased one of these because I had finished up the last one, and I love this. So if you are looking for a really great liner to stay in your waterline, this one by Too Faced, it's the Perfect Eyes Waterproof Eyeliner. It is one of the best for the waterlines. The next is this little palette here. I couldn't not talk about it. It's what I have on my eyes. I actually have a tutorial for this look. I don't know which is going to be up first, but either I'll link it down if it's already up, or the next video going up by me will be the tutorial. And this is the Master Palette by Mario with Anastasia. This palette's just so beautiful. I just feel like I get inspired to use it every single morning. There's very few palettes that I'm like, oh, I love this so much, I just want to use it every day. The colors are extremely pigmented. They're so creamy and beautiful. They blend like a dream. It's like zero effort to get these shadows to work. Now you do have mostly shimmer shadows or like satin shadows. These three on the bottom are going to be your matte. They're like a warmer tone brown. You have a little bit slightly cool tone brown there, but they honestly just blend like a dream. They're incredibly creamy. Oh, I just love it so much. I've used it more than any other palette this month. And like I said, I have a tutorial going up for the look I'm wearing today using this. And if you want to see more tutorials, then just give this video a thumbs up and comment in the comments below that you would like to see more tutorials. If there's a specific color in here you would like to see, let me know. I just adore this one so much. Last product is this lip color. Oh, it's fall, berry lips are in. I've been kind of like going through my stash to see what some of my favorite berry colors are, or I don't know, the perfect berry color. And this is ColourPop Are Be. It's their ultra matte. Very comfortable on the lips. As they kind of came out with more matte liquid lipsticks, I find that the formula has just gotten better and better. Very comfortable. I don't find that it's like overly settling into any lines on my lips. It doesn't feel drying. It's beautiful. R&B is this color. Really, really, really like it. So for like that perfect like deeper berry lip, check out ColourPop. They're matte in R&B, and it does look a little bit darker. It does dry a little darker than it is in the tube here. My last October favorite was this month. Ted and I got to take Ethan down to LA area to go to Disneyland and Legoland. It was so incredibly fun. I have always wanted to take Ethan to Legoland for the last 3 or 4 years, and so to be able to finally take him was so much fun. He was completely surprised. His birthday is next month, and so as a little surprise, we decided to do his birthday a few weeks early and surprise him by taking him to Disney and to taking him to Legoland. And it was just such a fun like family trip. And we drove down there. It's a really long drive. It's like 8 to 10 hours. And Ethan was just so great traveling. Didn't complain in the car at all. We had a blast. He got to meet Chewie. He got to meet Mickey Mouse. We got to go on some rides. He got to go to Legoland. He got to meet Emmett, which he was very excited about, and pick out some new Lego sets. And so that was really fun. I don't know. It was just really, really fun. So that's another favorite, just being able to have those memories with Ethan and share that with Ted and kind of like have a little family time. Why is it making me so emotional? Gosh, my eyes are watering. So anyways, that was definitely a favorite. I know that I will remember that trip forever. Just, I don't know, there's something about being able to take your kids to Disneyland or Legoland or something and making those memories is just so fun. So that is definitely the highlight of my month, was just being able to see Ethan super excited and see all the like little characters and go on rides And yeah, it was just really, really fun. So that was probably like my #1 favorite for October. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So you guys have been on my journey, most of you from the beginning, and a lot has changed in the last 5 years. October is actually, this month, October, was my 5 years on YouTube, which is so insane to think that I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. So you guys have been with me through the good, the bad, the ugly, and now the great. And so, yeah, it's been quite the journey in the last 5 years. I've had some really like low lows and some pretty just crappy things happen. And you guys have been there with me through it and have been such an inspiration and like sharing your stories with me. And you know, it's really cool being able to share my relationship with Ted with you guys, because I feel like it's a very redemptive story of how good God is. So, you know, there was definitely a time there was definitely a time where it was really hard. And if you're new to my channel, then you might not know the story of what happened, but I was previously married for 6 years. And it's fine saying it now because everybody knows what happens. It was very public. But I ended up going through a divorce because my husband at the time was having an affair with my best friend. And so I moved out and I filed for divorce. And it was just a really painful time. Like, our town is small. And it was my best friend for 10 years. And we had been together for 10 years. And so there was a lot of hurt and betrayal with that. And it's really hard to find God in those moments because, you know, anytime you go through something really hard, you know, whether it's like losing somebody or a really bad heartbreak or betrayal or something like that, when things are really hard, it's hard to find God in those moments because you're thinking like, God, how could you make something like this happen? Like, you're a God of goodness and joy and restoration and healing, and like, how could this have happened? And there was a really long period. Well, you guys don't see it all on camera because, you know, you only see what we choose to put out, you know, to the world. But there was a time where I was just like, I'm never going to be like loved again. Like, it was really hard. And then, you know, you fast forward 2 years and I meet Ted, and like, people had told me, you know, God's gonna bless you with somebody that like just supersedes any expectation you have. Like, you are going to be so loved and cherished and adored, and you're like, you're not even gonna know what to do with yourself. And of course, those are nice things to hear, and you love to hear that stuff, but honestly, like, I don't think I ever really believed that. And then I met Ted, and it was like he knew how to love me in ways that I didn't even know that I needed to be loved. And he has just been like such a good man and has loved me so well and has fought to pursue my heart. And, you know, he loves Ethan so incredibly much. And so, especially if you are a single mom or a single dad, but I think it's mostly would be single moms if you are watching this. But if you are a single parent, there's always that fear, like, the person that I'm going to be with, are they going to be able to love my children like I do? And it's been such a beautiful thing to see Ted like love Ethan, and Ethan loved Ted. And, you know, I knew that I had fallen in love with Ted pretty early on. I mean, I knew I was in love with him when we did our Meet My Boyfriend tag, and we hadn't even said I love you. I mean, he had me at that point. But like, watching him grow to love Ethan in a way I didn't know if anyone would be able to like love my son like I love my son. It's been really amazing. And so I think that's why I get so emotional, is because I haven't really shared. I know on Instagram, like I post how much I love him and how amazing he is, but like really truly I'm so thankful and grateful for the man that he is and how he's anchored in Christ and who he is. And it's just been such like a beautiful redemptive story, that, you know, the worst, crappiest possible situation that could happen, like as much heartbreak and turmoil as it brings, like God made something so incredibly beautiful out of it. And so I don't know why I decided to share that, other than like I kind of got off on this tangent. But if it encourages any of you who are struggling or going through something really hard, like God wants to make the ugly, broken mess into something really beautiful, and he can, and he did in my life. And it's like, it blows me away every day, and I'm just very thankful for him. I'm very thankful for Ted. And you know, this trip down to Disneyland and Legoland this month was just like, it was really awesome. And it was really awesome to see just how much he loves Ethan and how much he loves me. And so yeah, that just totally went off into a totally different topic than I was meaning to go on. I didn't mean to get emotional with y'all, but man, it's been a roller coaster. 5 years, lots of crazy ups and downs. Things are so wonderful right now. I know a lot of you keep saying like you're waiting to see the ring. I think it's coming. I mean, I don't know all the details. We definitely want to get married. And so I'm just waiting for him to pop the question. And you guys will know when that happens. I mean, after I know, then you guys will know, obviously. So it'll probably be all over social media. But yeah, you guys are so great. I love all of your encouragement. I love reading your comments, you know, saying, Ted, we're waiting for you to like put a ring on it. That just makes me laugh all the time. So thank you guys. 5 years on YouTube. Thank you for your love and support. Thanks for being there for me in the good times, the bad times, the super bad times, and then the great times. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this is just, YouTube is a weird thing, being out there, like, for everyone to see, everyone to judge, everyone to make opinions on, you know, and I'm thankful for my great subscribers. I have very few haters that leave mean comments, and so I just love all of you guys. You guys are so wonderful, and so thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean it. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate you guys being with me for the last 5 years. Whether you've been with me for 5 years or you've been with me for the last 5 minutes, by the time you watch this, you'll have been with me more than 5 minutes because I'm rambling. But I love you all. I'm going to leave it here. You guys are great. I hope this was a great month for you as well. Maybe next month I'll have a new favorite and it will be like something sparkly and shiny on my finger. So I love you guys. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!